the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that we shall not perish, but have everlasting life. For our sake he made him to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. For we are his handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a live stream at a time I've never done before. Very exciting stuff here. So I'm live, 12 o'clock. I have to go to work at 3 o'clock, so I have 2 hours, roughly 3:30. I have to go to work at 3:30, but I have to be leaving by 3. So I have a decent amount of time to get stuff done. I want to stream for about 2 hours today, but if I need to, I have an extra 45 minutes as like an extra amount of time if things are going well in that. I have an alarm set just to make sure I don't miss anything. But welcome into Knowledge, working as always, but that's okay. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon my time, so I'd expect most people are at work. But I would really like to get some villager stuff done today before I can start recording for my next episode. I want to be in fully enchanted diamond gear, and then we're taking on the nether. Though I will say, there's some really weird stuff that's going to happen next episode. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be difficult to try to think of. And thirdly, I had to re-upload my 5th episode because I realized that I totally forgot to record me doing the extras, like saying the extras. So I had to put that in there where it's supposed to be, because previously it was just a bit of silence. And there was also another spot where I was walking up to down, and instead of walking through that whole clip, I just wanted to cut it out, forgot to do that. So I fixed that, added a transition to make it nicer, re-uploaded it, so now the new video with everything else that's supposed to, it was really just those 2 things that I had to fix, but now I normally try to watch the whole clip for those things, but I just forgot about that spot and the other spot. But yeah, I should really record the extra, like reading it off eventually. But I do plan to eventually get a book and quill, and then I'll just write the extras all in a book and quill and read it from there. That way I don't have to do this like extra stuff. But I don't have the resources for that, but maybe I can get those soon. But yeah, I want to work with villagers, try to get all the books. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pray to get started. So if you will, please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. Just pray that everything goes well and smoothly, and that I'll be able to glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright, another thing that I forgot to mention is audio. Steel Series no longer works, right? We deleted it. Well, apparently, OBS has features that allows you to separate your audio into different spots and stuff. So that means you can now separate it all. So now I have my Discord, mic, Minecraft, and Spotify all separated into different channels. So hopefully that'll work. I don't know what it sounds like, so if it sounds bad, let me know, because I obviously don't want that to be the case. I need to smelt some beef. Actually, before I do anything, food is something that has to get settled. I do not have any coal whatsoever, so I'm going to go out and get some coal. Now, for those of you who have seen What About Survival, you already know about this. But I don't think I've actually made a mention about it in an episode before, but I recently added a world map because it was a little bit annoying to, forget where things were. Hold up. I have to go out into the sunlight. Right down here, right here. These are mountains. I can find a lot of coal on these mountains. The iron isn't important. We have an iron farm. And then this is also the desert I've been going to mine is right here. But I want to go in that same direction because there is a desert out that way, and I'd like to mine as much coal as possible. So I will make 2 more of those. And hopefully I'll get everything situated. Get those 2, that should be good. Because yeah, eventually I would like to. I already have mending efficiency and unbreaking. I already have those enchantments ready to go. So technically I could get base upgrades. But I do not have Fortune 3. I have 2 Silk Touch books. That's it. But yeah, getting more food would be important. Oh, the other thing I wanted to grab was, lead for my horse. Which, by the way, I need a name for my horse. I do not have a name for my horse. Actually, technically, I do have a name, but it's something that could very easily get misheard and be interpreted as something else, and I would rather avoid that. But the original name that came to mind immediately was Buckeye, so I'd call him Buck. But you could imagine if I'm saying that, especially the amount of times I fall down and he takes damage, it would be best to avoid that, because all it takes is one person be like, wait a second, I thought this was family friendly, and everything. Like, it is, you just misheard. So I need a better, different name for this guy, for my horse. So yeah, luckily the mountains are really easy to get to. They're just kind of off to the side. I don't have to cross any water to get to them, but I do have to cross all of this, so. Woo. I think I normally go up and around instead of this way. Yep. So well, we gotta get coal so we can do some, so we can get more food, because, ooh, there's some coal right there. I'm not gonna pass that up. Another option is, of course, I could always get like a another villager, farmer, but I don't have farmers yet for that. I guess I technically have the guys that are inside of my farms, my automatic farms, my potato and carrot farm. I could try turning them into carrot traders and buy carrots from them, but it doesn't matter that much. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We'll get all of these things all situated. But yeah, I really just wanted to do this. I felt like the villager stuff would have been a good thing to like live stream. Yeah, because if you notice, a lot of times, a lot of YouTubers tend to live stream like the grindy projects. Like that's what they live stream is the grind of stuff in their YouTube worlds, rather than having separate series for like Twitch specifically. So you might actually be seeing a lot more of my streams are going to be in a little bit extra, and it's going to be stuff like this, like getting villagers or going on mining adventures. And it'll really just be like, you know, you're not going to fit this in a video, but it's essentially on camera, off camera work. And I was just like, I also was just like, I haven't live streamed in a hot minute, due to just working late nights. But of course tomorrow I will be live at 7 o'clock, Phasmophobia with the sisters. Hopefully all 4 of us will be able to join that day. I will say, one of my sisters was, unfortunately her computer got the blue screen of death. And so she's getting that all sorted. So hopefully by the time we play, she has a new and functioning computer. But it's obviously understandable if she doesn't want to play anymore, or at least not this soon due to the computer issues. Totally understand that. So it could be all 4 of us. It could be 3 of us. I don't know. I think we can all join. I haven't heard anything from anyone saying they weren't able to do this week, but I haven't asked in a while. So I'll have to ask, make sure everybody is able to do today. Because obviously those are very enjoyable times. It's a good time to chill with my sisters and hang out with them and just be able to like vibe. Because I don't live near them, I can't chill with them in real time. And I'm not like a very talkative person, so I'm not like the kind of person that would make like want to just talk. You know, I prefer doing something with somebody. Like spending time with people is like, you know, like the love languages. Like I think my love language is definitely quality time. So like, I want to spend time with people, and I don't necessarily want to talk to you. Oh, hello there. No, we're not at mini block stages yet. You guys are coming too early. Cool beans, man. So yeah, So it's nice to be able to like play a video game with them, because I know they're not really gamers often. Like they don't really play video games. My oldest sister, there was one game she actually got me into, but the other two don't play it. So I'm actually genuinely surprised that this is the game that we all enjoy and like playing together. Is like a spooky game about finding ghosts. But I think it's a really fun game. It's a really fun game because it's got the best of both worlds. Of like you got the scary, but you also got the detective kind of work, and I think that's really fun. And it's also like the only like horror game that's really multiplayer that's built like this. Like every other horror game is always single player because you add more people and it no longer becomes scary because you have more people there, so you have people to like fall back onto kind of thing. I feel like, and even with Phasmophobia, it's 10 times less scary because you have other people there. But that kind of makes it fun because then when everyone dies and you're only one, now you're alone, but you're not alone because they're still there. And it's kind of fun like that. So like, okay guys, I'm getting distracted because there was a random off-topic thing that has nothing to do with what I was just talking about. Okay, before starting stream, like 15 minutes before, a hornet came in. Okay, and then it was flying around my room, and then I got myself a still alive. Hold. I smacked it on my table. I turned the light off. I smacked it on my table, and it's still freaking alive. I'm gonna dump all my trash on the floor, but it's worth it. That I was actually. But it should be dead now. My trash wasn't as full as I thought it was, so it's not all over my floor. It should be dead in the corner of my room. I also forgot about the timer. I need to turn my timer on. We can turn it on because we just lit up. Okay, yeah. So a hornet flew in my room, and was on the top of my roof like 15 minutes before. Whoop! And so, yeah, that's not great. I don't know how it got in. And there was actually a hornet in my mom's office as well. So that's 2 hornets that have managed to make their way into the house. But the question is where they're coming from. I looked outside my window and I did not see, like going to the outside part of my window, I did not see a nest or anything like that. So I have no idea where they're coming from. Yeah, I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know how they're getting in either, because technically it's supposed to be sealed. So I've had a ladybug in my room as well, and as I said, my mom had a hornet in her office. It is dead, don't worry. So that it's a little bit concerning that we have hornets just casually able to get in. And yeah, so it got in. It was on my roof. I was like, okay, well, there's that. Now I got to figure out how to get rid of it. I'm like, okay. It was unfortunately over all my equipment, so I was like, I can't easily get to it on the ceiling to hit it, and I'm like, if I try to use a broom, you don't want to make it mad. Like, if you're going to kill a hornet, you're going to have to kill it in one shot. And so it eventually got attracted to the light and went to the light, and then I tried to turn the light on and off really fast so that way I could blind it, but that didn't really work. And then I realized I could just turn the light off, and I didn't realize how bad of night vision bugs have, or like hornets have. So it was completely lost, flying into the ceiling, and then eventually it flew into the wall and just kept smacking into it and landed on my table, my mini table, that is. And so I walked over with a sandal and smacked it as hard as I could. I thought I killed it in one shot, and then shoved it into my trash can and just left it there. And then of course a little while later it starts moving around. I can hear it crinkling on the paper and everything. And then just now it was actually like trying to crawl out, but I doubt it could fly. I most likely broke its wing with the first smack. But it was able to crawl out, and then I hit it again. It fell into the corner of the room, and I just repeatedly smacked it with the edge of my sandal, and yeah, I think it's in half now. Oh, that's actually the 3rd hornet that's been in our house. There was a hornet in our kitchen that my dad was trying to capture with his mug, and it didn't work, and then he ended up cutting it in half with the mug. So that was fun and exciting. So we've had 3 hornets. I'm starting to think that there might be a nest in our walls, and that's how they're getting in. But the question is, I don't see like a hole in the wall or even in the ceiling they would even be coming from. But obviously they're kind of all over the place, so yeah. A little concerning, but it is what it is. It's chill. Yeah. It is concerning. I don't actually know how much coal I want to mine. I don't need a huge amount. Well, I might actually. With the amount of smelting I'm gonna have to do for some of my for the library with all the smooth sandstone, probably gonna need a lot. But we're probably not gonna worry about the roof or that until I get an ender chest, so that we can at least transport 2 full inventories worth of stuff rather than the 1 inventory. Man, that was hard. Trying to get all of the stuff. Luckily, as I said, there's a desert right there, so it's not like incredibly far away. I thought that was a creeper for a second. It's just emeralds. Yeah. So hopefully that all works out. Hopefully that all works out. Man, I tell you, hornets are crazy, dudes. Okay. Yesterday at work wasn't like my greatest day, because a lot of things went wrong yesterday. It was a very sad day. Okay, so actually most of the stuff that happened was at the end of the shift. Like the full start of it was like everything happened like normally, everything was going fine, but then the end it was rough. Because I had somebody do this thing. It's called a ticket switch, okay? And it's where you grab the sticker to another item and you put it over the current barcode. So that when you scan something, for example, like a $200 TV, you can scan it up as a pack of gum and pay $3 for it. You know what I mean? We don't want that. So you have to be, when you're running the self-checkout, you have to be watching for people who have done that, right? And I'm new to the self-checkout. Like it was my 4th day yesterday working at self-checkout. So like I'm not as astute. Of course, if you've never seen it happen before, you have no idea what it actually looks like. So when I first heard about it, I thought it was literally like grabbing a pack of gum and putting it in front of the other item and scanning it as like 1 unit. And so like I thought, oh, I could easily see if somebody's being able to do it because it'd be very obvious that they're doing something shady. Apparently, people are more conniving because what they'll do is they'll literally take the sticker off of a product and put it on another product so it looks like it's a part of the product. So somebody did that today, or last night, with steak, $50 steaks. They grabbed a turkey sticker and put it on there. Thankfully, my manager was sitting, I think she was on her like 15-minute break, but she was sitting on a bench, chilling there. And apparently, because I wasn't really there, it was also full registers, so like I'm in quotations paying attention to everyone, but because I have to pay attention to everyone, really I'm paying attention to no one because I don't know what I'm really looking for. That's just the ignorance of being new. And so I didn't see anything crazy. They were looking at me, like seeing where I was looking and making sure I wasn't paying attention, which they did a really good job of because I really wasn't. Like I was like looking at my phone because we have the way to see the transactions of other people, so we can see if somebody rings something up and it didn't go. So that's what happened. She saw that they were acting shady. I didn't notice that they were acting shady because I've never seen somebody act shady before. So I don't know what it looks like, other than in the movies, which is typically, you're not seeing it from, you only ever see people acting shady from their point of view, not from the point of view of somebody, like, seeing what it actually looks like. It's a lot sneakier than I thought, because they were trying to get a register that was farthest away. I brought them over to the register closest to me without even realizing it. And as I said, my manager noticed that they rung up the steak and it came up as turkey on the system. And then she just waltzed right in, was like, yeah, it looks like that turkey rung up wrong. Pulled the meat out, pulled the wrong sticker off, rung up the right items, and then finished ringing everything else up. And I was just like, dang. Like, the minute I saw her go up there, when she walked up, I was looking at my phone like, okay, what did I do wrong? What did I not see? Because at that point, when she got up, I was like, I'm pretty sure they just did a ticket switch. They just did something they weren't supposed to, and I didn't notice it. And I'm looking at it, and I could not find what it was in their order that would have been wrong. And I didn't even notice that they had the meat in the first place. So what I did wrong was that I wasn't looking at them at all. I was just paying attention to everyone else, because I wasn't sure what I was supposed to be looking for, while my manager was specifically eyeballing them and following their transaction. So that now makes more sense of kind of how I should roll with it, where I should definitely, if I see somebody shady, I should hyper focus on them and basically ignore everyone else. Because the likelihood of you getting several people, all 4 of your registers that you're supposed to be watching, the likelihood of getting all 4 of them, having people doing stuff, there is no way you're going to be able to catch all of them, but at least you could catch one if you're paying attention to one. Maybe you could catch the other ones if it's timed right, but most likely, you're not going to get multiple people. So you're like, okay, focus on them, make sure they're ringing everything else up as they should be, watching the items they're ringing, and then watching when it pops up on our screen. And so that's what I have to do, but I have to make sure I know what I'm looking for first. Like, what are the signs of somebody who's being sneaky and trying to do something like this? And so, yeah, one of the things is they're not paying attention to the registers, like what's open. They're paying attention to the people, the cameras, and all of that kind of stuff. And so it's like, okay. And I actually have had a couple people, like, look up at the camera. And so, like, then I start to pay attention more to them because I saw they looked at the camera. But, like, I haven't seen them do anything wonky. Like, I see them look at the camera, but to be perfectly honest, I'm the kind of guy that would also look at the camera, but I'd look at 5 million other things before, because I'm never looking at one thing. I'm just looking all around, because that's just this is how I am. I just never really look at one spot. You know what I mean? I'm always looking around, which is why it's always hard to channel point and scare me with, like, a creeper explosion, because I'm almost always looking around, and I notice a slight bit of motion of it popping up in my activity feed before the sound goes off, and then I see that it's there. And so you have to get it while I'm distracted. I'm not distracted. But now I know what to look out for. But that's just the first thing, right? So we stopped that, or my manager stopped that, so that was good to know. And now I know a little bit more about what I'm actually, like, looking for to an extent. And then after that, I think I went on to a break, or maybe this was before, I can't remember. But at some point, I was on a regular register, and I was helping this one lady. I was getting her all registered out. She's talking about how hot it was and everything like that. And at the end of her order, she had wine and stuff. And, when you have things like wine, you double bag it because the bags can rip. Over a long period of time, the bag will eventually rip, so you want to double bag it just in case. So I put the wine in, I grabbed the bag ready to pull it up to double bag it. The minute I lift up, the wine falls through, and I end up dropping the bag to try to catch the wine, and I don't catch it. And so it falls right through, slides off the roundabout, hits the ground, splatters everywhere, and I'm like, ooh boy. Customer wasn't mad. She was, like, more worried about me and hoping glass didn't, like, fly up. My manager came over and helped clean a little bit, and then called maintenance over. And then after I wrung her out, I went back and grabbed the wine bottle that broke and got her a new one, because she had already paid for it at that point. I was going to take it off and just be like, well, I don't know what to do. That was the first time I've ever dropped, or not dropped an item. That's the first time I've ever had an item break. There have been a couple times where I think I've had, I sometimes put a roundabout item in, and sometimes it's not on the, like, if it's a heavier item, it won't stay on the handles of the roundabout. And so one of the times I was spinning the wheel to move it towards the customer, and the minute it was in an open area, it, like, rolled off, because I think it was, like, some round produce, I think. And so I think it might have been a cantaloupe, and so it just rolled right off of the wheel. But they were fine. They didn't get mad about that, so I was thankful, because I was like, who knew? I don't know what to do. Do I run around or stuff? But there have been a couple times where, like, on the belt, I'll notice something's about to fall off, and I'll, like, quick reflexes catch it before it falls off. I had this one catch where it was falling off, and I had, I saw that it was falling off, and I just like casually reached over, grabbed it, and then rung it up. But I did it so smoothly that like you couldn't even tell that that had happened, that it fell off, because I just immediately grabbed it and then just casually kept doing what I was doing. That was fun. Alright, that should be a good enough amount of coal for what we need for now. Because I really just need to smelt up. I know there's a little bit in the in quotation, super smelter that I have. There's a little bit left in there. And then, of course, I have the meat that I need to do as well. Alright, bucko, let's go. So, yeah. Yeah, but then I have had a couple items kind of fall here and there. Typically not as often. There have been times where items have, like, if I'm dealing with like wet items and my fingers get all wet from the dew, sometimes like the next item I grab slips a little out of my hands. I've never had it fall, and as I said, the wine bottle was the first time I ever dropped glass on the floor. I've had glass kind of fall. I've had actually a customer drop a pickle jar before. I think it was a pickle jar. It didn't break, actually. Like, it fell, I think it rolled onto the ground off of their cart, and it was fine. It didn't break or anything like that, so we were good there. But it's always one of those things, it's like, jeez. Yeah. But the wine bottle thing just shook me, because I was like, there would have had to have been a hole in the bag before I picked it up. Because those bags, I have put wine bottles before. I put heavier things in one bag before, while double bagging it, and it's never ripped before. That's the first time I've ever had it rip, and like it was before I even got up there. So now I know, anytime you're dealing, especially with glass, a wine bottle, always pick it up by the neck of the bottle, which I like 50-50 do. Every once in a while, I'll pick it up by the neck just because it's there, and sometimes I'll pick it up by the rings of the bag. Especially if there's two in there, I'll put it by the rings of the bag. It's a good thing I only put one of the two wine bottles in. Because if I had both of them in there and that bag ripped, one wine bottle's enough, but then you drop the second one with it, then it would have been crazy. But the thing is, I've put heavier things in one bag before, and it hasn't ripped. And that's like while I'm double bagging it. I always double bag heavy things, because that's what I've been taught to do. So like I don't think there necessarily was anything that I could have done other than grabbing it by the neck of the bottle instead of grabbing it by the rings of the bottle. That's like the only thing, but it's not like that's something known to do. It's like a little helpful tip to do. Like you should, like, it's good to do this just in case. You know what I mean? That's really why you do it. I didn't get in trouble or anything for that one because it was an accident. You don't get in trouble for accidents. It happens. But man, I was shook for the rest of the day because I was just like, dang. That is shooketh. Back there. Okay, well this is meant to be my kitchen, so we can throw that in there. We can throw that in there. I have some items, some smooth sandstone that still needs to smelt. I actually have the finished second half done, like in terms of the walls and everything. I can't remember if I put. No, I did not. I need to put the trapdoors on them all. Oops, not my shovel. But that's something we can do later. As I said, I really want to focus on villagers today, getting them done and all of that kind of stuff. We need to buy bookshelves and everything like that. I do want to wait for a little bit. I don't think I have diamond gear. No, I just have diamond tools. And luckily, we have a ton of levels. We have a ton of levels because of all the trading I've been doing. So I've been buying bookshelves from the villagers and all of that, and I've been trading all my iron away to get the emeralds, but obviously that is costly. And because I don't have anything from the nether yet, we're a little struggle busting on resource. But as I said, I only have 4 villagers right now. This is what it's looking like right now, alright? So I have like this whole section done, so we can probably focus on getting all of these villagers in place. But the thing is like I need to get working on this next level here, because I need to get this here. So I need to, let's see, I need to grab oak and place 2 oak on the back wall and 1 oak on this wall, and then follow the wall all the way over and all that. And then also need to figure out how this is gonna work. But I need to get the floor in here first. Oh, there's so much happening. I got to figure out how to do everything. So at this level here is where the floor is gonna be. So at this level we need to put oak. That's how it's gonna have to work. Okay, that should be enough food for now. I got everything else in my inventory. Yep. Cool. You know, I actually like the dark oak here. I like the trees that go over the path, and I think I want to do something with that. And kind of have that as a thing where, like, actually have this inner circle area rather than having a big open area. Fill it up with trees and actually make it more of a forest in this whole area. Because like, as much as it's messy, this looks nice and cozy. You have all the greenery, you have a tree there, you have the trees there, you have the bamboo there, and then of course all the cherry. It looks bad and good at the same time. I don't know what it is. It looks bad and good at the same time. Weird. But yeah. And then at some point we need to do a big terraforming project. I think one thing, I need to cover up this hole officially, like get this all covered so there isn't a giant hole here. Mine this down a little bit. Mine this down to match with the flow of the earth, and then obviously raise it up to there. And then figure out what to do with the staircase that goes up here. But yeah. And so I actually think our little starter area, like this area specifically, will remain as just our permanent trading hall. Because we're like kitting this out with a whole bunch of stuff, so there's no reason to not use it as our main trading hall. You know what I mean? Oh, that actually filled it up. Okay. So right above that, because the bottom of go to there and then figure out exactly where it's gonna go. That way we can go ahead and put our dark oak roof here and then start figuring out the next, because we're gonna have the main guys down there and then the second main guys up in this section where I am right now. So that's why it was important to get the second layer onto it, because I need this space for that. I think this just goes like that. Right. And then we go from this wall, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. So this looks like the layout without dark oak. Yeah. Okay, cool. And obviously this is going to be covered up eventually. But now I have to get all the dark oak in there. So let's go ahead and grab some dark oak. And then where the villagers are going to stand, we're going to put that there. Right, because this is going to be swapped out, so we're actually gonna have to put everything up a block, right? So I have to put the dark oak here and the guys up here, because we're gonna have to mix in the floor with everything else. Alright, because this is gonna be beehives, but we need silk touch to get that. And this is sharpness, but that guy's probably gonna go on that second level, so I can't put him in there yet. I don't have any dark oak up here. No. Alright. Well, we gotta go back down and get some dark oak. That should be fine. Oh, dang, bro. Okay. Hold up. Before I mine that, I should try to maximize the amount of villagers that I have. Because right now, this breeder is great and all, but it can only produce so many villagers at a time. So I should try and make sure that I have as many of these cells filled out as possible. So that way it's very, very easy to deal with them, and then have new ones in here while we're doing everything else. So we'll just leave them in there. We'll just block them up, and we'll worry about them later. Where's it gonna go? It's fine. Right. I'm trying to protect you. My little pre-villager trading station. We only have 2 villagers, so we can just shove this guy in there. And then I can throw them carrots, get them to produce 4 more at most, I think. And then I gotta block them up to protect them. As long as they're blocked up like that, zombies won't be able to see them. Shouldn't be able to. I should say that. They shouldn't be able to see them. Yeah. And I did expand my storage, so we should have plenty of storage space for my farms. I added more because I had an AFK at the iron farm to get more iron to trade with. We might have to do it again to get even more iron, so that way I can get more emeralds, because it's not good yet. But you guys do your thing. Right now we can go grab dark oak, so that way hopefully by the time we're finished putting in the roof, those guys are almost fully grown up, and then by the time we get the other villagers situated in the spot, everybody will be it'll kind of recycle itself. So that way every time we're putting guys and we get new villagers to put into spots, the baby villagers have grown up. So we're going to try to get that kind of thing done. Alright, 5 might be enough. 5. 2. I have 2 axes. I can't math. Math ain't math. Oh yeah, and I also need to, there's gonna be a thingy coming up for Denali. Kind of like a, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it yet. I think he's done one already that I missed, because I wasn't paying attention to when everything was happening. That's my bad. I should have been more astute to that, though. Yeah, I've been busy with I've had time. And it's all my fault. I had the time, and I chose not to use it. But I now am prepared for the second time it's happening. So hopefully it'll be pretty fun. But yeah, I need to record it for that still. Or I need to record it because it's a build-related thing. But I made a redstone creation to spice things up. And I tell you, it's gonna be fun. Okay. Get all this dark oak. And after these 4 trees, we should have enough dark oak to get the second layer done. We should be chilling after that. There technically is like an attic space for this building, but I have no idea what I really want to do with that attic space. I don't know if I want to do storage. It's a bit far for that. I'm still thinking about exactly how I want to do that. But yeah. One thing that could actually be kind of cool is if I had a storage system that rather than having a bunch of chests, having a bunch of chiseled bookshelves, and actually stocking all the bookshelves up with all the books. So that way, instead of having to buy new books from the guys, I can just go and take them from the stockpile. And I can even put a hopper into them and then have like a backlog, so that way I really don't have to. And then when it starts to run out, then we can do a little maintenance and just refill the whole thing. I don't know if it would really make it more convenient. No, see, the thing is, it would be just easier and better and less laggy to just buy the book immediately and then deal with it then, rather than having a stockpile, because it won't really help us in the end. Stockpiles are good for servers, because if other people want some, it's nice to have the stockpile rather than, you know, either them taking your resources to get that, even if you've allowed them to use your, like, villagers and stuff. And you don't want them to rampage through your stuff to get resources, you know. So it'd be nice that they can just have it and you've already done all the resource stuff, in case you have plans for stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. What am I looking for? Let's go. I am getting thirsty. We gotta wait a little while. Yes. Even though we're going to work, we're still gonna get a Coke. Crazy? You think we wouldn't? Alright. And then I'm excited because I really want to go to the Nether because there's stuff I need to get from it. But at some point, I'm gonna have to get that roof onto the building, and I also have to. I don't know if replay mod is out yet. I maybe heard something that it might be, maybe not. Can't remember. But yeah. How are you guys doing? Look at that. We got one child. So yeah, that's something to keep up with, because obviously it's funny because I in the latest episode I was like, all right, we're gonna do a time lapse. We're gonna do a fun little time lapse, and then I realized afterwards, like, wait a second. Wait, is it 4 over here? I thought it was 3. No, it is 4. After I said that, I went to go do the time lapse and realized I didn't have replay mod, and I was like, wait, replay mod isn't out yet. Well, and so I did like the little speed up. I think that worked out pretty decently for the time lapse. Alright. Funnily enough, I was actually wondering when that was gonna go off. I kind of liked how the time lapse worked out. I think it came out pretty well. I don't have a second account, so I can't do time lapse. I'm not. Second account. I do want to get an account in the future, because there are other applications for second accounts that would make them very handy, but obviously that does mean buying another Minecraft. You almost wish that Mojang, or Microsoft, I guess now, would, I mean, it's been that way for a while. It's still technically Mojang Studios, it's just it's owned by Microsoft, I don't know, we'll leave it like that. This looks so weird from this angle, but this is the last area we're going to be using this whole thing, so this is the last place we should be putting bookshelves. Try to conserve our resources. But it would be kind of nice if were able to download and kind of essentially have a second account. If you've already owned Minecraft, if you've already bought it once, you can have, well, no, I see the problem with it already. Because then you could give essentially your free accounts to your friends, and you don't have to buy it, and that's the problem. Never mind. And it, I actually genuinely don't know what I was just thinking about it. But, like, yeah, I say second account. However, do I really need one? Because, like, the reason people have second accounts is for things like time lapses. Yes, at the moment I don't have replay mod, but replay mod is a solution for time lapses. You don't necessarily need that for that. Okay, well, what about, like, spectator accounts? Well, I have free cams, so I have my free spectator. And that's, you know, that way you don't have to extra whitelist something. And it's like, oh, but what if you can't move in your free cam account? What if you want to do something else? Well, I have the detached camera, so now I can have another camera somewhere else and just chill and do that. Even though I don't have a full grasp of how it works, it's still possible. You know what I mean? And I can walk all the way. Camera's over here. It's not gonna leave. Okay, it's really hard to see. It's really hard to see. But like you can use those kind of things. Like I basically have all these mods and stuff that allow me to do everything a second account would. So there isn't a need for it. But a lot of people have second accounts for stuff. Who knows? Maybe I have a fake persona as my second account. I've thought about that for a long time now. But nah. This oak wood is gonna stay with us. Also, by the way, I kept going out and mining oak wood for like the interior of this when I've had stacks of oak wood up there due to tearing down the village, and I totally forgot about it. That's fine. Let's see. What do I need to do? I just need to drop my inventory stuff off, and then I need trapdoors. I need dark oak trapdoors. For the heads of each of the villagers. Not there. And I need the signs for which villager is going where. All that good stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and head up. Get stuff done. And then we can actually start getting some work on the wither stuff. It'll be kind of exciting. I actually really like the way this area is coming out. I'm very excited to have all the trading halls here because I love having the windmill. By the way, I don't know, for those of you who have been around the channel long enough to remember, I can't even remember the name of it. My hardcore world. Y'all, oh, I do have some trapdoors here, but not a lot. And I do have signs. We don't really need the scaffolding as much. I don't like cluttered inventories, but I need all of this stuff in my inventory to start working on. Okay. This first section is done, and we know where all the villagers are going to go. But this section is not done. I have to... This is always the most confusing of the sections. Right, and essentially that goes there. Yeah, except that those need to go there. Should probably put it up. Alright, you know what I can do? I can do, if I can reach it. That. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't seem right. So these go up one, excuse me. So the villagers are standing on this block, which is one block below. They're standing here. Yeah, the villager is standing here, right? Because the floor is where I'm standing. The floor is going to be here. So yes. Villager is going to be standing. Villager is going to be standing right here. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I got a sheep. Okay. Oh, wait. The top works differently. The top is gonna work differently than the bottom is. Okay, no. This is it. I've tried having the two sides, but it's too cramped because obviously this block right here is where the lectern goes. See, I can do this for the lecterns, but we can get to this spot. So yeah, we're just not gonna have a floor yet. We're just gonna leave this here, so it's gonna be weird because they're all gonna be up here. We're gonna be like, hi, just for the time being. Wasn't that cool? Okay. Yeah, this is the first guy. So down below, the last guy we have is respiration. So this should be our aqua infinity guy. This should be aqua infinity. And I don't have any more bookshelves. This is what I mean. I run out of emeralds so fast trying to get all these items. Okay. And all of you guys are completely not going to raid with me. Alright, but we can do some of this. We need a Silk Touch, Fortune 3, Feather Falling, you know, just all the books. We have Sharpness, that's the only one we've got. Ooh, Feather Falling 56, too expensive. I still want good trades. We don't, you know, even though we're only going to buy Feather Falling once, I still want it to be cheap. I mean, eventually we will get, like, all the other books, but I want to get, like, the most important books. I'd like the library to be kitted out, but really the only thing I have to get is my gear, all my armor and tools, fully enchanted. That's it. That's the only point. So everything else doesn't matter. What's crazy is that I'm already on day 279 in this world. That's mainly because of AFK. Because doing the, I AFK'd at the iron farm during my workday, and then I AFK'd during the night one night. I forgot. It wasn't that same night, I don't think, because no, maybe it was. Maybe I just stayed AFKing. Okay. Yeah, but I AFK'd for a while. I did not get nearly as much iron as I would have liked to. It's a bit unfortunate. But it is what it is. Even the curses, guys. We're gonna get the curses as well. We're not gonna do tiers. Like, we're not gonna get different tiers of books. We're just not gonna worry about that. We're not gonna, like, get efficiency 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have our we have efficiency 4. Your typical efficiency 4 guy. So this is the point where I would like the Easy Villagers arrow to just reset these guys, so that way I don't have to keep doing this. But it is what it is. Because there's a lot of books I don't use. And then of course you have like trident books, crossbow books, that you're never really going to use. And now your mace books as well. Those are things we're probably never going to get to or use. Depth Strider for 11. And we're going to buy out that. Alright, cool beans. We can now get you into your slot. Let's try to find where does Depth Strider go? Depth Strider, you're right in here. You're like right in the corner. Cool. Okay. That was a really good Depth Strider book too. I did actually have Feather Falling at one point, but unfortunately I did not spawn proof this area, so that guy died. All the way in. Trap doors there. Hi. And there's your lectern. So that's why these are here. They're not supposed to stay. Hey, Maple Syrup, thanks for the follow. Or thanks for the subscription, actually, on YouTube. Yeah, I changed the stuff. I don't know if y'all remember, but there was that one day where I had somebody subscribe to YouTube, and because I connected the thingamabob up, it popped up as this person subscribed, and I was like, subscribed? Wait, did I actually get somebody subscribing? But it wasn't Twitch subscription, it was YouTube subscription. So I changed the wording. Oh, yeah, this is my 22 Emerald Sharpness 5. He's kind of a special guy. Looting 2. Wait. I don't have any more emeralds. Hold. Okay, you can just stay there. I need to get emeralds real quick, but I am getting redonkulously thirsty. So I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna get some water. So I lied to you guys. I grabbed a Coke, not water. I can't believe you guys actually thought I would get water. That's good. You know what's interesting? I think the OBS noise compression is a lot better than the Steel Series was, because I always had the issue of, like, when I drink the Coke, when I'm actually drinking it, sometimes my mic picks it up, because obviously it's really close to my face. But obviously nobody wants to listen to me guzzling down a Coke, so that was kind of an issue. But that has since been fixed now. If I talk really quietly, I won't be able to pick it up. But obviously I had to figure out where to put it, because I don't always talk loud. And there are times where I get really quiet, and I need to make sure that I don't. But if you're wondering why I have so many levels, this is why. And it's actually uber convenient. I wonder if I could enchant all of my gear by doing this. So that would be pretty cool if I could do that. Yeah, we gotta get all these emeralds, so that way I can do the trading, get more bookshelves, so I can build the library up, so I can actually put the villagers inside, because I do not want to have a temporary setup for my villagers. But I chose very expensive blocks to make it out of, and I ran out of iron. Hold. I don't have enough inventory space. Yeah, look at that. We're almost about to get to level 100. We might get to level 100 before we can start enchanting. And we haven't even gone to the nether yet. That's kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever actually had this many levels before in a world before having an enderite. It's never happened. That's crazy, actually. Wow. Wow. Oh, all of you guys aren't going to trade with me again? Alright, much fun. Alright, I have 12 more emerald, or 12 more books. I can see what this guy would be willing to trade. If I can't get anything good off of him. We just got Depth Striders. That adds another guy. I have 2 Silk Touch books already. But obviously Silk Touch is probably one of the most used book enchants, minus Mending and Breaking and Efficiency. You're probably going to have a lot of Silk Touch tools. So I'd like to have Silk Touch for other items and for the future. But Fortune 3 is another one that would be really good to get. I have enough diamonds to make 2 pickaxes for a fortune and another one. So that's kind of good. But yeah. And then once they become netherite, then I can change their textures to be because I still have that. But it only works on netherite pickaxes. I think. I'm pretty sure it only works on those. And also, I think I want to do something different for this world. I don't think I want to have a general mob farm. I think I want to expand out and try to make other farms for other things, like making a moss farm for bone meal. I've never made a bone meal moss farm before. I've made a moss farm before. If you've ever watched me live when I was playing Spooncraft, booting 3 for 22. I'll take that. I'll actually take that. However, like your buddy that's right next to you, you ain't gonna be moving anytime soon. And like your buddy next to you, you have paper trade. Okay. Depending... Let's see. Depending on what... this guy is grown up. Let's go. Hog. I did it. I said it. There you go. Oh, wee! There's a lot of them in there. Let's go. That's what I like to see. I've never seen them that productive before. I think because they're inside of the, because they're inside of, here, put that there. Because they're inside of the whole thing, whatever you call it, geez, the windmill, they can't pathfind anything else, so I think that's kind of causing them to do that. Respiration 3 for 36. Is that a good trade? Is that worth it? Because I do need Respiration 3 right there. And he does have Bookshelves. And I'm only ever going to need it once. Nah. Feels expensive, especially when I just got a cheap one. And we're not in need of Respiration. Oh, jeez. As I said, I'd rather have some of the other guys, the more important ones. That's really what we're looking after. I'd hope that by the end of this stream, we can have everything that we need for this. At least all, like, the important guys in the second layer. I think I could probably get all the villagers I need in layers 1, like this layer and that layer. We can get them in these rows. But I might have to put a couple on this row, which is fine. That's what it's there for. And most likely, this one will be a lot of the useless guys. And then this will be, like, crossbow enchantments. And then the curses will be the last 2 on the end of the row there. That's kind of my plan. And I need a better way to get emeralds. Of course, raid farms no longer work. Not at least your typical way. They will probably be a raid farm using the bottle, but it's not a splash potion. You have to drink it, so you'd have to essentially be intentional about it. But I think Tango figured out a way. I'll do that. But you, my friends, can move into your cell immediately. Which you... let me try not to kill this guy. this is gonna be a really wonky rail. There we go. Aqua Infinity right up here. Alright, I want to put powered rail, 2 powered rails right there. He shouldn't get suffocated in that, but he'll live anyways. Alright, let's grab our powered rails and some of them. This is going to be the first guy on the second layer. I mean, technically those other 2 guys will be going on the second layer when they get there. But right now, I don't have the necessary stuff for that. That's fine. Don't die, my guy, because I'm going to put these, gonna put the power rails away. Put the power rails away. We'll have to trade again with the other guys, so that we can try to get more emeralds. Did ya make it? Looks like you did. I don't know why I went up this way. Oh, no. Okay. There you go. And there's that for you. I don't know, do you like your little new cell? And unfortunately, he's a paper trader as well, so I'm gonna need him yet. Cause yeah, I'm gonna need more bookshelves to actually have a couple. And 1, 3. So right next to Aqua Infinity, what do we do? That would actually be everything. So I think, this isn't gonna be perfect. Yeah, I think actually. I think sharpness right there would be good. And then right next to it, I have sharpness and looting, but I think next would be smite. We don't know what type of smite it would be. Smite 5, basically. Put smite next to it. So we'll do, we have all tools, armor. Then we have boots, because soul speed you have to get from Bastion, and swift sneak for the pants you have to get from an ancient city, so you can't get those any other way. Then it goes respiration, aqua infinity, so there's your helmet, sharpness, that tops off the axe, smite, we now go into the sword. So we'll have smite, then we can do looting 3, because we already have the guy, we can do sweeping edge 3. You know, it doesn't necessarily matter which order it goes in. We're basically trying to put the sword together. So when we get up here, we can buy all the sword. We can basically easily make a sword. You always start off with your mending and breaking, and then you go to where you need. So it's like swords up here. You walk up here. You can get your sword right here. Right? So you have smite, looting 3, sweeping edge 3. What else do I put on a sword? What else do you put on a sword? Fire aspect don't like. Knockback I don't like. I think that's everything. Yeah, so sharpness for the axe, smite, looting, sweeping edge 3 for that. Then we still have 3 other guys to do, which I think we then would move on to the bow. So we do like power 5. And punch 2. I think that's actually it for the bow. I don't use flame and I don't use infinity. Portion 3 is down below. Yeah, I think that is it. Right? Is that all? Is that all of our gear? Is that really it? Oh, where'd that come from? Hold. I'm trying to think of my gear. Like, let's see, because I do Aqua Infinity, Respiration, Mending and Breaking, and Protection. Protection, Mending and Breaking, Protection, Mending and Breaking, Protection, Mending and Breaking, Feather Falling, and what is the other one? What's after Feather Falling? Depth Strider, and Soul Speed, Swift Sneak on the pants. And then I'd go ahead and do, after Mending and Breaking, looting, smite, and looting, smite. I might have to go to was to see what my armor is, to see what else I'd need. I think that is it, and then these are all your normal tools with everything on it, with this having sharpness on it as an extra, as a bonus. Thorns I don't use, but I think that actually is everything for our main set of tools are all in here. Yeah, you know what? I think in my other world I have this exact layout, and there's exactly one that's left on the edge that isn't a special tool, which is kind of annoying, because that means we have to have one useless enchantment here. So I think we could put infinity here, because maybe I'll actually start off with an infinity bow and then move to a mending bow once I have a source of arrows. But basically have those guys there. So then we go to infinity. We go across the way. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so then we go across the way. Continue the bow, so we do flame here. Now we're getting into useless enchantments that we'll never use. So we have flame over here, then we can put fire aspect here. We can put knockback here. We can put thorns back here. We have like flame, fire aspect, knockback, thorns. What else? What else would we not put on? Oh. Frostwalker. And that's all of your gear, all the enchants I don't put on my gears, like flame. Obviously infinity's back there. Fire aspect, knockback, thorns, frostwalker. Those are the other ones. Then we get into, I would say the most likely next bit that I would do is probably get a trident. So we'd probably do channeling, Riptide. Hey, I'm trying to think. Riptide. Impaling. Is that all for the trident? Is that it for the trident? Monsters here. What? Where the fuck are the monsters? That concerns me. Hold. You're safe. Oh. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. Ooh, right next to Fortune 3, there's a creep. I think it's best to just wait for that guy to despawn. He's not hurting anybody. It's a creeper. He don't make sounds. But yeah, and like I think that's it. Then the next place we'd go to is here. Is that the first guy? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Is that how that works? Technically, no, it goes right there. So I gotta fix this guy. After that, we should probably do can piercing go up to 5? I think piercing goes up to 5. Quick charge. There's those. Oh, and then multi-shot. I think multi-shot goes up to 3. So there's your those enchantments, and then we can do density 5, ace, because I don't know what the second enchant is. Cursive binding. Cursive vanishing. That's fine. So that means we actually have 2 spots left. If a book pops up that I forgot about, we can always add that to the list, but I think that's everything. So it looks like we have 2 slots left to actually fit a guy. We can go ahead and put sharpness in his slot. We can actually put, okay, I don't need those in my brain. But let me put the sharpness guy where he's supposed to go, because I can finally move him. Right, but we're gonna go in here. We have all of these guys, and then we're likely to go up this way. Go to this guy. Right, we'll put sharpness in here, and then after we're done there, we'll go up and up, not all the way, but we'll go over. And you know, we don't really need to go up to there or into there ever, because all the enchants we'll ever need to use will be on these 2 layers. It's wonderful, okay? It's wonderful. You ready to get out of your dark hole, your dark cold hole here, Mr. Sharpness 22 guy? I hope so, because then I can finally free up a slot. But now I have a new guy, Looting, who's stuck in the same position as you. Though he'll be moved soon. I'll leave this rail here. Get in there, dude. Okay, you can put that there. Yeah, 'cause the next guy is Smite. Yeah. Looting's right there, so we have to wait a little while till we can get looting. But we'll leave this here in case we need it. Let's see who else we can get. Huh? Oh, wait. Oh no, do I not have anybody? Because this guy's looting here. This guy's looting for 22. We can go ahead and plop that there, because he can't see it, and there are no other villagers without workstations yet, except for these guys. I'm about to grab one. Ta-da! Look at that, look at that. They're all there, they're all there. Oh, some of them are. Alright. Alright, bucko, what do you got? Fortune 2. I'd prefer 3. I would prefer... I might need to make more lecterns, actually. And also, I have a really annoying decision that the railings for the library is also going to be made of lecterns, which means that I have to not push villagers through that. And if I do, I might have to remove the lecterns to get them to not pathfind to that. Oh! I did forget a couple enchants. Bane of Arthropods. Blast and fire protection. Let's work those in. Those are also in the same area, and I like how I have this laid out. It's this here that needs to change. So we have flame, fire aspect, knockback. Before thorns, we should do Bane of Arthropods. Bane of Arthro. I'm gonna have to do 2 lines for this. Bane of Arthropods, 5. And then we can do Thorns, 3. Oh, and then let's do Blast and Fire first. Thorns. I think I might actually have to get rid of a book. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of thorns. I'm never going to use thorns. So channeling and impaling, we need Riptide. So we'll pop Riptide here. Piercing. Wait. Wait. Density goes up to 5, I'm pretty sure. Hold. I thought I bumped. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I had 2 slots available. I had 2 slots that I could push stuff into. So we have Flame, Fire Aspect, Knockback. And we added Bane of Arthropods, Blast Protection, Fire Protection, Moving, Channeling, and Impaling. What else did we have? We had Thorns, Channeling, and Impaling. Maybe I can fit Thorns in. Alright, let's fit Thorns in here, and then we'll figure it out as we go. Maybe I can fit it in here. Okay, we'll leave Impaling there. So Thorns. Impaling. Oh, this could have stayed. Channeling. Riptide. Only shot. Piercing. Quick charge, right? Piercing, quick charge. Mace 2. And then the curses. Okay. That should be everybody, I think. Sorry, Bucko. Now that's every slot. That's all 34 of our slots available. I already have endings, and for a much better price, actually. We just got Respiration, but for more expensive than that. I only want good book. I want to get the main ones done. Wind charge for the mace is not something we can get. You have to find that in the trial chamber. Which, by the way, I think I'm gonna raid a trial chamber for this. For the roof. I need a lot of copper for the roof of the library. And rather than mining all the copper, I'm just going to go to a trial chamber. Complete trial chamber. We'll do the easy mode trial chamber. And, yeah. Tear it apart. Get all the copper. And put it back into the ceiling. Into the roof. And I also need warped wood. So... Breach! That's the other one. That's the second enchantment. Is Breach, which I think also goes up to 5. I could be wrong about that. Alright, there we go. That should be everything labeled in the library, which is kind of cool. Feels like we're moving up in the world. Alright, I just need important things, Bucko. Arthropods, we did actually add that. Because they already have Smite and Sharpness in there. Bane of Arthropods is the only one that's there. I feel like there should be a Bane of the Illager. Just saying. To never be used, by the way. Feather Falling 4 for 44? You know what, honestly? I'll do it. Reason? emeralds are not ridiculously hard to come by, so expensive enchantments are not insane to me. Like, yes, that is very costly. But also, we can get several stacks of emeralds with several stacks of iron, and we can AFK for iron. So essentially, we can AFK for emeralds without having a great farm. And that's fine. I'm good with that. And plus, if I trade every once in a while, we'll be good. Alright, there you go. Feather falling. Ooh, what do we get? Riptide 2? Nope. We'll see what's next. And let's go ahead and put these 12 up. This is how we will build library. Just like that. Look at that. Smite. Now has a slot. We don't have a smite book. We just have sharpness and we just have aqua infinity up here. We do have looting. We do have a looting villager, but obviously we don't have up here. We need to get bookshelves first. And I want to save my emeralds for the guys that I'm getting here. I want to save it for them first before I start doing crazy stuff. We can do that. We can run around. We can get another villager into this slot. Because I'd like to move the villagers into the library as soon as possible. Yeah. Piercing. Fortune 3, let's go. That is what I like to see. Set Silk Touch, Fortune 3 is right here. Perfect. Obviously, this is temporary. What I meant by not having temporary villager setups is like the actual trading hall itself is temporary. Do not want to do any temporary trading halls. The whole reason we have this is, you know, I kind of like doing it like this. I like the way this flows. With the Twitch world, you tend to want to get things done a lot faster. So I feel like it goes a lot faster because you're like, okay, I gotta get this done, I gotta get that done. You know what I mean? You don't want to make people wait because, like, in a way, they're literally sitting there waiting for you to get a move on. So it's like, you're like, I don't want to make you wait for having to watch this or do that. So I'll try to get this done as quickly as possible. Whereas the YouTube series, you don't really have that as much. So you can take your time and you can build entire structures to fulfill your needs. Like, you know, I needed a trading hall, so I built one, you know? Rather than being like, well, I need a trading hall. Well, I don't want to waste the time building this thing up when I have low resources because it's going to take a long time. I want to get the trading hall so I can get my gear so I can, you know, not take as long doing that kind of stuff. But, so I kind of like the YouTube series in that way, is that I can do this. Okay, maybe Breach only goes up to 3. That's the second, third I got. We already have efficiency 4. We need Silk Touch and Protection. We need those two guys. They're the only ones we do not have yet. Oh, wait, do I? Oh, so I actually never did get Respiration. I never did get Respiration. Okay. That makes me feel better that I didn't go for the 36. Despite going for a much more expensive Feather Falling book. Alright, the next set of bookshelves we get, I'm going to turn into lecterns because we're going to need it for more trading. There you go. We're gonna need it. I'm probably gonna have to make a new axe actually, as well, soon. This is the last one I have. Technically, I could make a Silk Touch fully enchanted mending axe. Which I actually might just... You know what? Yeah, let's do that. When this axe breaks, we'll make a fully enchanted diamond axe. Because we can. Now that I think about it, I actually don't have a spot for an anvil to go in my current hovel. I don't have a space for that workstation. So I might just plop it down in the bedroom area. Or maybe I'll just put it in the center kind of area. We'll make it bigger and we'll put that there. Because I feel like that's important. I feel like having an anvil in somewhere is good. I also might litter the library with anvils and try to see if I can't fit anvils into the design somehow. So that way I always have it. Oh, you know what? I wonder, what if instead of lecterns, I use anvils as the way to trade? And that way I don't have to worry about other guys locking onto a lectern, because it'll all be anvils. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. Okay, we just gotta keep doing this. No, I didn't. Yeah. Easy. Yeah, okay. Ooh, power 4 for 22. I'm doing it. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Which means you're gonna have to wait a really long time. 22 emeralds for power 4 is really good. Okay, I need... We're gonna turn all of those into lecterns. But yeah, if those are all right, let me do some emerald trading. Try to get more emeralds. Actually, hold. Let's try to do this time constraint. Alright, we want to try to maximize the time that we have. Let's get another villager first, because I think there's one left in the system right now. If we get that guy out, we can breed more. We can throw them another 3 stacks and try to get another 5 villagers. And so while we're dealing with this guy, that'll be happening at the same time. And that way we're not wasting as much time running around getting, like, basically doing all the preparation and then having to sit and wait. You know, we can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. While we're waiting, we're also preparing for the next batch of guys. Yeah. Also, I love having mouse tweaks. Like, mouse tweaks is one of those things. I love it, and sometimes I hate it because it's really annoying. Because the amount of times, like, you're trying to get a bunch of items out, and then you accidentally, like, you know, you do the wrong thing, or a lot of times, like with Vault Hunters, when I'm emptying my pouches, what will happen is that I'll end up, like, grabbing the upgrades out of the pouch, and I'm like, I kind of wish that the upgrades weren't right there, that you should have to open up a different inventory screen to show that. That way it's not in your way and you don't have to worry about grabbing it, and, you know, instead of doing your thing, you know? So, little suggestions for the scout. Okay, good. I have more iron. I was like, do I have any more iron than what was up there and what's down below? I do. And of course, the more I'm in this area, the more iron that I'm collecting, which is what we want to see. Obviously, we want as much iron as possible, because iron equal emerald. Ready? I didn't. Pretty good. And then eventually, I'll convert these guys when I'm able to make them, dudes. Yeah. I might need to look up a video on how conversions work for villagers. Like, these guys will be fine if I just convert them in their cells and then convert them back. But I tried converting some other villagers, like the cartographers, to try to get that glass trade, because that'll be much better than the iron. Actually, never mind. Maybe I don't need to convert these guys to get better iron trades, because if you think about it, okay, think about it with me. Hold on, I'm trying to think about it as well. If I need a trial chamber, if I need to go to the trial chambers, right? If I need to go to the trial chambers, then I'm going to need cartographers for the trial chambers, correct? Okay. That means that we'll want to build a whole cartography setup for the to get to the trial chambers, which means we should focus our efforts converting them so we can get better glass trades, because we'll have a full library of villagers some will have glass, some will not, and then we can actually put on the signs who does and who doesn't. Actually, what if I can read the signs easily? Ish. But I was thinking of making them all glow. But what if instead of making them all glow, I only make the ones that have glass trades glow? So that way I can very easily see who has glass and who doesn't without actually having to read. Try to speed it up as much as possible. That could be kind of cool. This axe is about to break. We're going to have to make a new axe. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Oh, guys. Okay, we're going to have to bump thorns. We're going to have to bump thorns. We're going to have to bump thorns. We're going to have to put projectile protection in there. Where is thorns? Thorns is up here, correct? We'll just get rid of thorns and put projectile protection there instead. I can't even put, jeez, I can't spell. There we go. Because, yeah, as I said, I'll never use thorns, because the amount of times you're going to be pushing mobs and stuff around, you never want to hurt them, you don't want to swap gear out, and I legitimately, in every world, I always want to have my shulker boxes of fully enchanted netherite armor and gear. For tools, I always have half Silk Touch, half Fortune. For when I get to armor, if I ever do, I want to do the same thing where, like, the top 9 helmets, or maybe because there's 4 enchantments. There's protection, fire, blast, and that. Genuinely, it could be good to have a mixture for different things. Like, if I'm blowing up stuff, I might want a full gear of blast protection armor because I'm specifically dealing with explosions. Versus if I'm in the nether, I might want to swap to a fire protection gear because I'll have fire protection. And due to the new changes, having the full set is a lot better. Right, so I already have a Silk Touch book, so I need to get a Mending and a Breaking and Efficiency 5 book. So Mending, and you have Infinity. And Breaking. Efficiency. And we already have Silk Touch. What I don't have is an anvil. So I'm going to grab the iron that is in here, and we're going to bring it back because I might need it for the anvil. I don't know how much iron I have in my storage system at the moment. Sorry, I'm walking sideways. I have an itch right now. Okay, we can make an anvil, because right now, this is the kind of like living room, study, bedroom, and then kitchen, and that's it for this room. But as I said, I could put an anvil like here. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't have an axe to break that yet. Alright, we were chilling. We'll still put all this in here because having that much iron is good. Oh, and I already have a Sharpness 5 book. Oh, that's actually really convenient. Sweet, I can actually make my fully enchanted guy here. So you can do Silk Touch. Not Silk Touch first, though. You do Mending first, that's cheaper. And we'll do Yaxle. As y'all know, what's cheaper? Silk Touch is 5, Unbreaking is 4. And Silk Touch. Alright, what's cheaper? Sharpness is 12, and Efficiency 5 is 13. Boom! Fully enchanted diamond axe right off the gate. Now we can break that. Look at this. That actually works really nicely. And that's kind of nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Let me look on the workstation table. Okay, I don't have any other lecterns in there. Just good. All right, let's keep going. We want to get all the other gear. Technically, I could also make a fully enchanted pickaxe, but we don't need it yet. We don't need it yet. I kind of want to break what I have now. The sword we'll just throw away, because I rarely ever use the sword that often. And then it'll be good to have a bow. Like the minute I get a bow, it's like fully enchanted. How are we doing here? It's nice. We have more supplies. Referring to villagers and supplies. I know, now we can break that quick. Quick as a whip. Yeah, I think Breach might actually only go up to 3. So I still need Silk Touch and Protection. I don't have those. Once I get Protection, we can swap our armor out for better armor. The fully enchanted diamond gear, baby. Which would be really nice. And I would eventually like to upgrade each guy. Silk Touch for 17? No. I already have one Silk Touch book, so I can make my pickaxe Silk Touch. Woo! What do we got? Infinity. Yeah, I might make my first bow infinity. I don't have a supply of arrows, but I could also I could get Fletchers. Kinda nice. If I get Fletchers, then I could buy arrows, which could be valid instead of making my mob farm, because otherwise I'd have to have some kind of XP farm. But for things like gunpowder, I could make a gas farm. Smite for 33. I will take Smite 5 for 33. Do I have Smite ready to be plopped? Yes, I do. Alright, you ready to move out, broskies? Let's get you situated, dude. Just try to do it fast, because it's about to be nighttime. We have, Smite 5? Yes. And unfortunately, why is everybody up here have the, whatchamacallit? They all have the paper trade. None of them have a non-paper trade. I'm just like, dude, why, bro? Go, let's go, bro. Sorry, there's a lot of wibble wobbling in here. Alright, bro. Welcome to your new home. Now at least we can, well, we don't know if it's actually going to be this one next. Oh, yeah, it will. Yes, it will, because the next guy I do have looting. I unfortunately don't actually think, though, that I have another villager available. What's this guy next? Unfortunately, I don't think I have another adult, because I just bred them up. So I might buy bookshelves from the other villagers and keep building. Right, is there an adult in here? Yeah. Okay. In that case, we will buy bookshelves. Ouch! Just clipped my elbow. Buy bookshelves, and we'll get looting in place. Ooh, and then power is right here as well, so we could try to get power in there. And it's a good thing I have Silk Touch now. Whoo-wee! I got so scared there. I was like, no, those are so expensive. This is Sweeping Edge. Yes. So fast. Okay. We can go ahead and get our looting guy in place, and then we can start trading iron. Try to get more emeralds. Do that good stuff. And if after all of that, no, you're powered, dude. You're my looting guy. Alright, broskies. Be free. Okay. Be free to be enslaved. Okay. We need your expertise. No, 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 no. Stop. No! You are doing everything incorrectly. Literally everything. I'm like trying to get in front of him and I keep pushing him the wrong way. You just had to make things difficult, didn't you? It's a good thing you have a good trade. Yeah, power's over there, which we do have. I can't remember if it's power 4 or power 5, though. Okay. I don't know why I have that like that. Okay. Let's see. What do we need to do? We have more space now. Put those in there. Put smite in there. Try to save up on space. Nice. No adults yet. Let's grab as much iron as possible and start trading away. We definitely need... Isn't that just convenient? Also, we didn't end up seeing 100 because we enchanted before then, which is a little sad. I totally forgot about that. But it's fine. It's fine. Still haven't died in this world, which is kind of nice. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, but what about survival? I screwed up the days trying to get the panorama. But we haven't died in that world, and that was like 500. Like we just passed 500 days. And I don't know if there's any way to get the day count to be normal again, or if I forever ruined it. Yeah. Pro tip: never work in your streamed world off camera. And all I was doing was a bunch of command stuff. I should have done it on camera anyways. But I was like, we could, because essentially it was supposed to be quick, easy, in and out. I go in, I'd get the photos, and then I leave. That was my plan. which did not go according to plan. And the photos are still wonky because I think the clouds, unfortunately, can be seen. And they're moving, and because they're moving, it just doesn't work out. Because you have to move yourself in position each time and teleport yourself to the exact position and angle. But I froze the time of day, but if you change the time of day, it ruins it. And I was like, I really liked the way the sunset looked, so I was like, alright, we'll change it to sunset. We'll get the pictures at sunset with shaders on. It'll look beautiful. It does look beautiful, by the way. And then just for me to realize I just screwed up my days when I changed the time, and now they're back to 0 every time you change the time to a different time. So yeah. And unfortunately, I think the last backup that I would have had of the world, which is the pre 1.20, would be, unfortunately, it would be, whatchamacallit, before I did everything in the 1.21 stream, so before any of the trial chambers, before I fixed the iron farm, all of that. And I don't think it's really worth going back in time. It doesn't matter. It's not a hardcore world, so the day count doesn't matter. So it's fine. But yeah, the day count will be screwed up. And it's funny because that stream as well, I decided to put the day count in the title because I was like, you know, maybe this will make people more interested if they can see how long I've been playing the world. Now the day count is no longer there. Now it says 0. So everyone will think, oh, you just cheated everything in. And I'm like, no, I didn't. It's just I wanted to get cool looking panorama. Oh wait, I only need 32 actually. I just need stacking 32 for the last 2 villagers, because each one of them takes 48. Cool. Now we're loaded with emeralds for a short period of time. Let's do one last check before we waste them all. Well, not waste them all, but buy all the bookshelves. We have an adult. No, but we have 3 of them. Alright, let's go ahead and buy bookshelves to try to build up the thingy again. We almost got all of the villagers we need within the time frame that we set. That is a bit Alright, well, there goes all of our emeralds. Yeah, either those guys are down below or yarg. Yeah, they're all in between. They're in the ones that don't have the windows. But the creeper has despawned. I should probably get lights for those areas. Alright, now we can be a little bit more reckless with these. Because it doesn't matter if we screw it up. If we screw up the placement, like that. Because we have Silk Touch now. And that is everything. But now I have power. So now we can move that up here. Kinda cool. Cool. Okay. We can move power up here now. Let's go ahead and grab our power villager, get him up there, and we can do that. I do really need silk touch still and protection. I really do want all trades. Let's go, bro. Your time to shine is now. I need to get torches and put them in each of those sides. Or put in a non-spawnable block there. Like a slab. That probably would be better. It'd save on coal. I don't have a lot of coal. And also, you're the first bookshelf guy that's up here. So we can put Sweeping Edge, Punch 2 in here. I don't care about Infinity yet. But if I get like a really good Infinity, I guess I can get that. Well, actually, yeah, now I do need Infinity because I think I've decided we're going to do Infinity. Start, forgot. I forgot that there were monsters there. Alright, so now all of these are empty once again. Try to do that. Thank you for the whatchamacallthems? Yeah. The channel points. The Deep Slate Diamond Doors. We got an adult. Let's go. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for the new Twister movie that's coming out. But there's one specific scene in the trailer that they always play where one of the guys is like, we got twins. And all I can think about is Phasmophobia, where it's like, the ghost is twins. Called twins, mark it down, it's twins. That's all I can think about. Is that he's not talking about tornadoes, but rather Phasmophobia. Depth Strider, let's go. Wait, I already have Depth Strider, don't I? I do. I was distracted by a Twister and twins that I forgot I already have this guy. I think I can kill this guy with one shot. I couldn't. Well, lads, I could be dying today. I don't know. That is very unfortunate. Finally get an adult, and I forgot that I already had Depth Strider. I just saw it and was like, yep, we need that. Okay, he's not aggro at me because he's not running at me. Well, that is unfortunate. Do I have another one? No. I guess we can try to get more. That kind of annoys me a little bit of my own stupidity. This is why I can't get distracted. We could try to enchant a couple other of our items. Go ahead and repair my items. Why not? We can do that now. I think with the amount of these guys that I have here, I think I could probably fully enchant or fully fix something with these guys. But of course, having an XP farm at some point would be really good. I don't think I want to make your simple mob grind. If I have villagers, I typically don't like making your simple, like, spawner farm. Because the villagers can typically take care of the XP for you, especially with the large scale that I'm going with here with stuff. I will definitely have enough villagers to probably enchant and get fully enchanted gear. So I'm not too worried about it. We could probably do another round of enchanting. Try putting that there. Not enchanting, purchasing. Alright, I have notifications and I want to get rid of them. Actually, I don't want to pause the game. We're safe, right? I don't like notifications. Alright, let's doinkage some more iron. See if I can get through a full roundup of guys. Oofers, though. Hi, lads. Let's go ahead and trade away, bro. Yeah. And then hopefully those guys will be ready. I'm actually not going to buy all the bookshelves just yet with these emeralds because I have all the cells required for all the necessary villagers that I'm just going to try to focus on getting those guys. So I'm just going to trade as much iron away as possible. I don't need iron for anything else, thankfully, right now. So we can afford to do this. These guys are not. Yeah. We could throw those up there, grab 2 stacks for us right now. Right, we have an adult. Remember, we have Depth Strider, guys. We have Depth Strider. We need a bunch of other resources, though, and a bunch of other books. There's a lot of books that we currently... Okay, dude. Fire protection. That is not among the books that we need at the moment. Not among the books that we need at the moment. Not among the book. Right. Let's see here. Let's see. Protection, Silk Touch. We already got power. Punch, though. We could take Punch. Alright, looks like Breach does go up to 5. Okay. I was right. It had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Punch 2. Let's go. Punch 2. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy up. And Infinity is also a valid option. Once we get Infinity, we would have all the enchantments for a fully enchanted bow. Oh yeah, and I still gotta fix that. Alright, bro, you got this. Alright, who's gonna be next? We need Sweeping Edge, Infinity, and then coming down here, we need Respiration, Protection, and Silk Touch. We have quite the spread for villagers that we need at the moment. That's okay, dude. As long as we have villagers in the waiting here. But I'm going to give them 3 more stacks of carrots. And hopefully they'll be able to get more. I mean, like, I've had, like, I get them to spawn 3 sometimes, and that's it. And other times they spawn 5. I don't know how the AI works and how it's determining how many can spawn. Kind of interesting. Because it's possible I'll give them these 3 stacks and they won't do anything with it. And then because that happens. Okay. Rip punch 2. So we currently have looting, might, kind of our armor. And we obviously have 1 Silk Touch book at home. Kinda nice. We can finally get that all there. We don't really need those anymore, because we have all the cells. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, we have a guy growing up. Let's go. Let's see, who are you going to be? Because after this guy, we'll have to wait 20 minutes before we can even start getting other guys. Which is a little bit unfortunate. Just a little bit unfortunate. So Silk Touch, Respiration, Protection, and Infinity, and Sweeping Edge. Those are the books we currently need. One of the mentioned books above. So now that we have a Silk Touch axe, we could also start thinking about getting a bee farm tomorrow. Tomorrow. I meant next episode, but next episode, it might be episode 7 when we start finishing the library. Yeah. Because episode 6 is going to be some weird stuff, but mostly focused on the nether. And base building is what's going to happen in episode 6. So, then episode 7, I think, will focus on the roof, which will force us to make the cartography trading hall. So we can get a bunch of cartographers, get the trial chamber maps, and then raid 1, 2, 3, who knows how many we'll need to raid trial chambers to get the resources. And we'll also need a bunch of warp stem. Depending on nether spawn, we may or may not try to make a warp stem farm, so that way we don't have to worry about oh my gosh, guys, there's even more books that I forgot about. Fishing rod enchantments. We don't have any fishing rod enchantments in our thing, which would be Luck of the Sea and Lore. We need those 2 books, which we don't have. You know what? It might be worth putting some guys in the attic area. Maybe I can fit them somewhere else. Because obviously I kicked thorns out of everything, but now I have 3 books that need to be in there. So either A, we put them somewhere else, or we can figure out a way to fit 3 villagers into the hall somehow. Right? Because, yeah, trying to fit a guy, we could possibly fit another guy here. Like over here. I mean, maybe we could put a 9th guy here. You know, we could probably fit a 9th guy. That would give us 2 more villagers. The issue is we've already got this situated, and I like the way that it looks without them. So, like, we're gonna put the roof on top of this. We're gonna put another layer of the circle as well. And it might just be worth putting them in the attic. Putting thorns and our fishing rod, and actually switching it. So that way we move flame and fire aspect down. Shift everything over, and put the curses upstairs. The curses and thorns upstairs, because we'll never really buy those for any reason. But we'll just have them to have them. And then we can have Luck of the Sea and Lore up here. You know what I mean? Because I totally forgot about those. Totally forgot about it. Then again, no, I wouldn't want that. Now, when will I ever fish? I don't really know. Ooh, Fortune 3. Oh, wait, we already have Fortune 3, don't we? We already have Fortune 3. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I almost just bought that there. I just saw Fortune 3. No, we need Silk Touch, which I'm surprised I have not seen. I actually did see a Silk Touch. I had a couple in the early times of doing this, but the unfortunate thing was, oh, there we go. We just got Silk Touch. Is that I already had 2 Silk Touch books, so I was like, I don't need Silk Touch yet. What a fool I was. But it's fine, because we have it now. We just got our Silk Touch guy. Alright. Despite there being zombies literally in the walls right now, they technically can reach the villagers that are in between that. If the villagers are right to the side, but they can't see them there. Doesn't really matter. Alright, well that takes care of one more. We have Silk Touch now. For 7 emeralds. Pretty good. So we need protection, respiration, and infinity. Those books are gonna be a little bit harder to get. Because, or a little bit longer as well. Closer to it. We have Schmite, we have looting. Oh, and we need Sweeping Edge. I forgot about Sweeping Edge. Yeah. I only have 2 guys in the waiting right now. Let's trade more. Gotta get more emeralds. Get a stockpile of it so it's easier to do stuff with that. That's what I was supposed to do before, but villagers, man, they take a lot. They take a lot of, librarians, I mean, take a lot of resources. Also, as I said, I need to put the trapdoors on this to finish that off. Okay. I gotta go to the bathroom, so I will be right back. Has returned. See, I do really want to get. I don't want to enchant all my gear necessarily. I just want to get all the books required. I can do all the enchanting off camera, and you know what I mean. I could just do that later. But I want to get all that stuff done. It would, because if I get it all done, then I can get that all done. Get my gear enchanted by tomorrow morning, and then start recording on Thursday for episode 6, and do some nether exploration. So yeah. But a lot of weird stuff's gonna happen in that episode, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Figure out the logistics of that. Clear our inventory because I want to get full round. I could technically do the math to figure out exactly how many stacks of iron do I need to do 18 villagers. If each of them takes 48. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter that much. Actually, you know what's interesting? I think both me and Denald are taking a vacation next week. He's going because I don't think he's live streaming next Tuesday because he's going to be away on vacation. I'm not going to be live streaming that week because I'll be on vacation / work. I'm pretty sure they have me scheduled until 11 those nights as well. I just have the same schedule of 3-ish to 11 because sometimes it's 3:30, sometimes it's 3. So it's like this 3-ish to 11. Today it's 3:30, which is another reason why I live streamed because I essentially have 2 hours and 45 minutes to live stream. If I really wanted to push it, but I need to make a sandwich before I leave, and I want to make sure I'm not late because I'm making a sandwich and because I was ending the live stream. And being a non-successful content creator doesn't go over well with other people. Like saying, oh yeah, I'm a content creator, and it's like, are you successful? Oh. Interesting. You know what I mean? I have a job. We're chilling in that regard. Alright, we'll have to wait a while for that to happen. That's a pretty good amount of emeralds. I think I'm going to take all these books and we're going to put them down into my actual storage. And we'll get that sorted away. We good? Yeah, once we have fully enchanted gear, it'd be a lot easier to do stuff and gather resources with that rather than using iron as tools. The only issue is, of course, getting all that stuff done, and whatever you call it. Mending it all up would be a little bit more difficult. Now I have 2 Silk Touch books, so we don't need to buy a Silk Touch book at all. And here we have all of our tools that still need to be enchanted, including our hoe. Yeah, our house is actually, I think I do want to use more of the area for the base than just that. Than just like having one building for my base, have several. I do that. And I do want to have a mega base. I don't think I've ever actually truly built a mega base. Like, not a Hermitcraft style mega base before. I've never built a build that big and actually lived in it. Actually, I don't even think I built a build that big before. Okay. Time, while we're waiting for everybody, here's what I want to do. I want to move everything over. Okay? I like flame being here because it continues with the bow. You have flame here. I kind of like how we go fire aspect, knockback bane of arthropods, protections, and then we have impaling. I think I want to. The thing is, I want both of them near each other, you know, because having a fully enchanted fishing rod is something I feel like I legitimately would use. Like, I'd actually use a fishing rod. So I kind of want that to be an easy access. Yeah. Because I like how it's like flame fire aspect. I like how that's there. So we have sword. So I guess here at Bane of Arthropods we'll do Luck of the Sea. And then blast protection. Make 4. Fire protection, projectile protection. Oh, wait. Hold. No. we have all sword enchantments here, right? We have sword enchantments here. Fire aspect, knockback, Bane of Arthropods. Fire protection, and then we need blast protection, right? Blast protection. So you have projectile protection, fire protection, blast protection, and then we need impaling. Blast protection, Riptide, channeling, impaling. So we have Riptide, channeling, impaling, quick charge, multi-shot. I think it goes up to 3, right? Multi-shot. You're saying quick charge is always there. And then we want to do reach 5, density 5, which leaves 3 enchantments not in our... Actually, you know what? Why do we need the curses? We don't need the curses. We don't need them. We can just kick them out. We could just kick them out and keep everything nice. Because 3 does not split evenly among 2, okay? So we just kick it out. We just don't have thorns, or the curses. So yeah, now we have mending and breaking, efficiency, silk touch, fortune 3. We don't have protection, feather fallen. Look at that, feather fallen. That abstratter, piercing. We don't have desperation yet. Go upstairs. We finish off all of our gear. This is all the other important stuff to our gear. Then we go up another. We go to the side of another. We have the less important stuff. But we have all the swords, and we have our fishing rod, lore, and luck of the sea. The likelihood of us actually needing, like, fishing rods aren't that important. Then we, like, probably drop down every time. And then we'd have blast protection, riptide, channeling, impaling, then quick charge, multi-shot, piercing, and reach and density. And then we can exit the building via the right. That's kind of like my plan with it. Alright, so we have 3 more villagers. Okay, that's good. 3 villagers. Are you guys unlocked? You guys are. Alright, let's keep trading. We want to try to get as many emeralds as possible. Very nice. Unfortunately, none of these guys have good trades. In terms of like tools, I've looked, none of them are astonishing. So that's a little unfortunate. Got a little unlucky with that. But it's good to be able to buy them. I think it'd honestly be probably cheaper, or not cheaper, but faster to just... I typically always buy all of my... all the gear off of these guys. Like all my tools from them with emeralds, but then it takes a really long time to do it because you can only buy 3 at a time. So I think it might just be better to mine for diamonds, use fortune, and then make the tools by hands, and then enchant them all with books. I think that might be the strategy. Because you can buy, I think, 12 books at a time. Wrong about that. Alright, I still have those guys to do. These guys. I think I need like 6 more stacks. finish this up. I think I grabbed 7. That's fine. I want there to be, I think, a cool mod that could exist. Would be that if you wanted to, you could walk up, you could program the villager to sell you a certain thing, like let's say iron, and you can just right click on all of them, get the XP and the emeralds, but not actually have to go into the inventory of the villager and actually click on everything. That also would eliminate accidentally punching a villager. I know, I think that could be kind of like a cool mod. Look at that. Look at all those emeralds. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I don't know how much longer these guys are going to be to grow up. Oh, it looks like we actually have 4 in here. Let's go. Because, like, yeah, one thing I could do is try to fill this up a little bit more. It's like we have all of the bookshelves that are supposed to be in here, already here. This is basically what it's all going to look like. And then we need to get the bookshelves. We need to fill up this room, this room. The center is going to be a little bit harder to figure out where everything is going to go. Because the other thing I have to do is figure out how this is going to go up to the final layer. And then that's where the roof is going to be. So I have to get the roof done as well for that. Let me see if I can fix. Fix the issue at hand here. Let me grab some shrubs. And put the shrubs top side up. How exactly do I want to do this? Is going by the outside going to be the easiest way? I think it will be. Oops. So nice having Silk Touch now. I think this is the one I already... Oh no, I did not. Okay, I got these 2. So I did this. So I need to get that. Alright, is that everybody? Oh, no, you still need hold. Alright, is that everybody? So you have one, you have one, you have one. And then, of course, I need it right in there. Yeah. You'll never be able to see those, really. But it actually helps with the whole dirt being there. Oh, you don't see the dirt anymore? Okay, let's see here. That's all of those. Put those in there. Okay, that should be everybody in there, right? Alright, yeah, that's all the slots. Okay, now nothing can spawn in those areas. And then we have to do the same thing up here. Hold on, let me get trapdoors so I can crawl under there. It'll be by far the easiest way to get to and fro. And give me 9 emeralds to buy 1 bookshelf to fix that one spot. Because I need to... Everything is Gucci. I don't even know where I put that. Alright. Same kind of situation. This wasn't complete to begin with, so we can just do that. And that should be all of these guys. Should all have a trapdoor there now. Beautiful. Now, none of those spots are spawnable. None of those spots are spawnable now. Cool beans, man. I don't gotta worry about it. And we just have to make sure that when we're building the next one, we do that exact thing. And then we don't have to worry about it. There we go, we have somebody grown up. We can keep going. My 2-hour stream is getting a little late. Alright. Let's see how far we can go with these guys. Once the alarm goes off, we'll have to end. I'll have no choice. Because I want to make sure that you're going to be difficult. There you go. Thank you for cooperating. Much appreciated. Except I need more rails. Emeralds. I want to trade, I need emeralds. We should be good on emeralds though for a little while. Or at least like the rest of this. So we need respiration, infinity, sweeping edge, and respiration. Protection. I've said respiration twice. We need protection as well. Here, pillagers. Already have looting. Ooh, that was really good. I thought 22 was good. Eventually, I will need that. Right now, I don't need the extras. We will get all of the extra villagers done after we've built the whole library. Like, after we get the interior of the library done. We'll worry about the extras. And, like, all the bookshelves in place. Infinity for 17, I know I could get a better trade than that. Infinity is not as necessary as, like, protection, respiration, sweeping edge. Infinity is, like, the extra guy that gets to be put in because there's a slot for it. But also, I think I'm going to use Infinity. But maybe not. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to want a bow before I go into the nether. I kind of hope that the biome I spawn in is a warped forest. Well, actually, no. I hope a warped forest is near the biome I spawn in. Because of the extra that I'm going to have to do that episode, I don't want to tear up the area that's around. Just to kind of settle that in for you. I can't remember what the end credits scene for my last episode was. I know I put one in there. I recorded. Oh, right. I remember what it is now. It's the build up for next episode. You know, that efficiency 5 trade that I just got probably would have been worth swapping out who I currently have. But that's okay, because efficiency 5 is one of those things you're gonna need a lot of. So having to combine books to get it makes everything a little bit more expensive on levels. And without an XP farm, kind of worth it. But it's too late now. Protection 1. I need protection 4, please. Or respiration 3. Or sweeping edge 3. Ironically, I was going to say infinity next, but I want a cheaper infinity. You made infinity more expensive. That's how we're after. You know what would be interesting? If you could put thorns on a shield. I feel like that would make sense to have thorns on your shield. Like literally having spikes on your shield, a spike shield. But you can enchant it with thorns, and then there you go. So since you can do it with your armor. Makes sense. And then you could have thorns be a passive thing with a shield on. Now you don't have to use your shield, but if you get hit with the thorns shield, and if you have thorns on all your armor plus your shield, it does even more damage. Oh, I forgot loyalty I forgot loyalty, guys. I gotta think of what's enchantment. I already have smite. Gotta think of what enchantment is required. I think getting rid of Bane of Arthropods is probably the way to go. Just because having sharpness and smite swords is probably all I would need. But Bane of Arthropods, I feel like I'll never... Well, see, the thing is, if you have a spider-related farm or something like that, you're going to want Bane of Arthropods. But loyalty is definitely a trident enchant you're going to want. But I need to know what to get rid of. Because, like, even things like Frostwalker, I will probably want Frostwalker boots, because building a gold farm with Frostwalker boots means no shifting on magma. Make life a little bit easier. Right? So that's something to think about. Alright, once we get an enchantment with this guy, if we do it before our alarm goes off, we will end after we get this guy to be something useful. Because we won't really have enough time to do another guy. We can do the rest tomorrow. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll do this in the morning when we don't need to record. Yeah, but I gotta figure out, because that would then add 4 splits even. That to me is worth. That to me is worth it. All right. So first of all, I have to get rid of our current efficiency guy, right? Because this guy's efficiency 4. The only issue right now is that the only issue currently with swapping it out is that we lose the bookshelves with the efficiency. But 21 emeralds for efficiency 5 is well worth it, because man, you are going to need to buy a lot of efficiency books in the future. Gotta be kidding me, bro. I hate it when that happens. Try to get the villagers in there, and then they decide Dang it. It wouldn't click. It wouldn't click. There we go. Just remember, chokers are more annoying. But you've ruined the line. Now I have to remake the line for you alone. Ruined this as well. Meet your replacement. Look at him, he's like, He has got sass with him. Alright. Be free. I don't care what you do. Oh. Okay, let's sleep. It's always the scariest thing to kill a villager with iron golems around. Is the iron golem currently aggro at me? Alright, we don't need to go back to our home. Alright, that's gonna do it for today. We can go ahead and read the verse, but we're gonna leave the world first while we're doing that. Let's go ahead and do the verse of today. Mute the desktop while we're at it. Alright, we're on Proverbs 31st, 30th. Alright. Charm is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. There you go. There's not really much to add on to that one. There's not really much to add to that. If she loves the Lord, she's the one. Just saying. She gotta love the Lord. Because it's not about the looks. It's about the heart. Boom. Okay. Yeah, that one's self-explanatory. So let's see it. Alright, that's the timer, not our alarm. But our alarm's gonna go off in 2 minutes. I kind of want to raid Kool-Aid. I want to raid the Kool-Aid. Never mind, I cannot raid the Kool-Aid. So we will raid the Raiseworks. He is currently trying to break the game. Per usual. I'm watching a really weird ad with guy in it. Okay. Let's raid on over. Alright, and that's gonna do it for today.